I think it's really important to engage school students because it is their future.
Children who are here today, when they see this develop before their eyes, will feel that they have a real part of it and can say that they actually attended the consultation and can feel that they have had a voice in this.
The leadership forum with the locality experts is really important so that we understand from the people who live and work in the area the issues that are important to them. These are the people who know this area best, and they're the people who we need to support these plans moving forward to make sure that we get the best possible outcome.
Seeing the engagement of the community, there's a lot of people here who are very deeply involved, concerned, some coming up with great ideas. Seems to have a lot of space, a lot of opportunity for people to see what the ideas are so far and to contribute their own thinking.
Consultation with the community is so important if you want to get the levers right in this sort of area. So doing this stuff right and doing it early and making sure that you get the basics and get the community on board is going to make all the difference down the track.
My interest is making sure that the Bays Precinct is examined in the public interest and not in the interests of the development industry or private interests. But we're here, we think we should participate, and it's important that people put forward their views, and we do that in a way that's constructive so we can try and get the greatest benefit from what's being proposed.
And thank you first of all for this evening. I think it's a good start, and I hope that taking on board the issues that have been raised tonight, we're going to see a good consultative process moving forward.
Well, by opening them up and giving access to people, of course we're heading in the right direction. Let's hope they listen. But hey, it's a great start that we've got people saying to you, tell us your ideas. Hey, you're going to hear them from me. I'm going to tell you my ideas.
And I'm afraid that we're being shut out. I don't see the mechanisms for using the expertise of the community.
I'm really excited to hear that your CEO was behind CH2 in Melbourne. So he really would understand building sustainability and all that it means.
Well, I think it's been a sensational success because what we set out to do was to invite the whole of Sydney to come and look at this, understand what our propositions are and give us their views, advice and complaints. And we've had 29 presentations across 4 days for about 1,500 people, and the outcome of it has been a much greater understanding by the public, and we've learnt a lot about what their expectations and aspirations are.
Oh look, there's been a couple of ideas that have come from the community, and look, they're forthcoming, and that's the fantastic thing about it, is there's just these ideas just keep rolling out. And these are the people who live in the area, and they know what they want to see in the area and what they want to bring to it.
I really like the idea of your post-it note board to get the feedback from the general public. It means a lot to be able to come and give government your feedback and your impression and feel like you're contributing to what this city is going to become.
It's really great that you guys are running consultation early on in the process, and that you're aiming to have a consultation run project.
The whole Bays Precinct area, and in particular the fish market, very valuable assets to the community. The best way to engender confidence in the process is to involve the community in that decision making.
It seems really good that they're actually taking into account all the community ideas, and through this I guess I think they can get the best out of it for the community.
I think this is a great innovative way to let people know about the Bays Precinct and urban renewal, as opposed to just introducing long plans and reports about what's going to happen.
This is an incredible event, and it sort of showcases the ideas. It's the information is very clear and well portrayed.
I think it's great. I think it's democratic. It's a good way to get people involved and listen to the voices of the people.
Yeah, it's really important to have these consultation sessions where they kind of get an idea of what the community thinks, but then it's also really important to incorporate that into the actual development process.
Sydneysider Summit has been sensational for the Bays Precinct. What it's done is enabled community and stakeholders as a whole to give us some feedback. They've really had the opportunity to add their worth and their value to the project. We don't have all the knowledge, but they've come along with all that thinking that they've had for years to input into us.
We've had fantastic discussion. People have given us their feedback. They've talked with each other, given each other ideas, and that's been just brilliant to get that real participation.
I think it's a great idea to be doing it at this point.
in terms of helping shape the process, getting sort of early engagement around big ideas.
Because unless you get buy-in from people, there'll be this kind of view that it's kind of the government or the development industry giving us what we should have. Innovation comes in all different shapes and sizes, so I think bring it on.
We're being open, we're being collaborative, we're being transparent by committing to certain principles of operation such as no unsolicited bids, all procurement processes being open and transparent, call for great ideas, being a genuine call for people to actually help shape our thinking. That to me is demonstrating absolute best practice.
The Bays Precinct is kind of a contemporary way of looking at how Australia will be in 30 years' time. So it's so important to have forums where people come and listen and learn, but also get to be heard. It's so open and transparent. Well done, New South Wales.
It's not just one person having one idea and another person having one idea, but when these ideas come together, a third or fourth or even better idea can come out of that. So it's I think in the whole design process that is a very important part. And this is a beautiful way of doing it as well. Yeah, I think it's great.
They've been putting up post-it notes. I think there's a good mix of different ways to give feedback, which is good. Often feedback is given in a town hall meeting style process where people with the loudest voices tend to have the biggest influence. So hopefully people have the opportunity to think about their thoughts and put them down, and that's a good way to get people's feedback.
Sydneysider Summit is about public participation and engagement. An interesting point to note, I think, are the different types of feedback we're encouraging. So today we have presentations given by the thought leaders or the content experts, Q&A, so then the public can interact with our project managers. There's videos in which people can view the stories, the overall sort of narrative for the area. There's public display boards in which people can then write comments on, whether they agree, whether they disagree, whether they've got any sort of creative ideas. The feedback booth was another format or another avenue to capture feedback and comments from the public. So lots of opportunities for the public to engage and feed into this process.
It's really important that we take this feedback and we show the community how we're going to deliver on the things that matter to them.